Mihawk is headed to Wano. After the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1116, I'm more than certain that Mihawk will be headed to Wano. Obviously, you haven't read the latest chapter 1116 titled Conflict, I suggest a skedaddle. And one of the big reasons I think Mihawk is going to Wano is because of everything that's going to transpire during Yamato's cover story. I already mentioned possibilities of the Blackbeard pirates going, and I still think they are. You see, throughout Vegapunk's broadcast, he continually mentions the ancient weapons, to the point where he even mentioned that the flooding of the world was man-made because of the ancient weapons. And we see two reactions. We see Momonosuke saying, that means Pluton is, but he also showed Crocodile. Because if you mention Crocodile was our intro to ancient weapons, and even poneglyphs kinda, he was in Alabasta searching for Pluton. And as the chapters go by, seeing the reactions, they're slowly starting to draw a connection between all the countries and Joy Boy. Why did I mention Mihawk going to Wano? Because, remember, Buggy now is also on the move to find the One Piece. Remember the scene right here with Mihawk, Crocodile, and Buggy. Mihawk was like, Red Hair, Blackbeard, Straw Hat, you want us to fight all of them at once? And Buggy's like, no, you just have to beat them to the punch. That's the only rule with treasure, finders, keepers. Showing that the main thing with Buggy is, he has to get there first. Now, he's serious, and all his ties from when he was a child to when he's older will come into play. Yes, he's one of the 4 Yonkos, but before that, he was an apprentice on Roger's ship. There's orders misdirection to be more direct with us. Vegapunk mentions people who knew about the truth of the world and they didn't act, and that was the Roger Pirates. But who didn't know? Buggy, because he never made it to the island, but he did make it to a few places. He knows there's a poneglyph on Whole Cake Island, but that one might be difficult because it's on Big Mom's territory. He also knows that there was one on Fishman Island, but it's not there anymore. What he does know for sure is that there was one on Wano, and there was one on Zo. If Buggy's not in the race, it's best for him to go to a place where he can easily get a poneglyph, and that's Wano. And why would it be easy? Because he was an apprentice on Roger's ship, and he knows Oden, Inuarashi, and Nekomamushi, and Momonosuke. On top of that, he also knows that Oden was the reason why Roger was able to find the One Piece, because he could read the poneglyphs. So if Buggy wants to start his journey trying to go after the One Piece, it's best for him to get the easiest road poneglyph for him, and that's the one in Wano. He knows where Wano is, and he has ties to the people in Wano, and Kaido's not there anymore, so he can easily go in there and at least have a conversation with Momonosuke. And remember Yamato's whole thing with the beginning of their cover story. I'm going to live the way Kozuki Oden did. And Yamato knows the way he lives because of word of mouth, but mainly because of the journal. And if you talked about Roger and the others, it's very likely that Buggy will also probably be in Oden's journal. How Buggy interacted with people in his cover story before, I can see it happening again. But because Caribou's going to tell the Blackbeard pirates where the ancient weapons are, and the fact that Katarina Devon's called the Crescent Moon Hunter, Crescent Moon, and Katarina Devon's Delphi ability being able to turn to anything they touch, it's exactly the same reason why the Kozuki clan got destroyed in the first place. Actually, the Blackbeard pirates going to get Pluton. Remember when I said Oda was being indirect to be direct? He was indirectly talking about the Roger Pirates, directly talking about Pluton right next to the person who wanted Pluton to begin with, Crocodile. If Buggy's going to Wano to start his journey for the One Piece, it makes a lot of sense to bring the world's greatest swordsman, where he can interact with other future greats. Wano will be the place for yet another battle, and this is how Wano opens its borders. 2 Yonko crews fighting in the territory of another Yonko. Sound familiar?